Welcome to Friendly Math 101. Today's lesson is over. Pythagorean Inequalities. So we know what the Pythagorean theorem states. It states that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. That's how you know the triangle is a right triangle. But what if a squared plus b squared was greater than c squared? So if the squared sum of your sides is greater than the squared term of your hypotenuse, then you're going to have an acute triangle. If a squared plus b squared is less than c squared, that's going to be an obtuse triangle. So in our examples, we're going to determine if it's right, acute, or obtuse based on these inequalities and this equality. So let's get to our first example. So it states, is the triangle right, acute, or obtuse? So we're going to label our A, B, and C. In this case, we don't exactly know if it's a right triangle, but the C is going to be the longest side. So 15 is the longest, that's going to be our C. Our A and B don't matter. And so we will try to figure out the relationship between a squared plus b squared and c squared. So let's go ahead, square these and add them together. 12 squared plus 10 squared is 244. 15 squared is 225. 244 is greater than 225, which means this triangle is acute based on our inequalities. So if the sum of the sides squared, add those together, is greater than the sum of the hypotenuse squared, then it's an acute. Moving on. We're going to do the same thing here. It asks the same question. Our C is going to be our longest side. A and B don't matter after that. So we have 8 squared plus 15 squared. Over here we have our 17 squared. We will square these, add them together. So this turns out to be 289. 17 squared is also 289. These are equal. When these are equal, we have a right triangle. So this one ends up being a right triangle. Okay, moving on to our last example. So here again, let's identify the C. It's going to be the longest side. A and B don't matter. And plug into our equation. So it's going to be 12 squared plus 10 squared. Over here is 27 squared. We want to figure out what this sign is. It's either equal, less than, or greater than. That will tell us what kind of triangle we have. So first I'm going to add 12 squared plus 10 squared. Here I get 244. Then I want to figure out what 27 squared is. This is 729. So obviously the side squared is less than the longest side squared. When you have this situation, you will have an obtuse triangle. Thank you for watching, and for more math tutorials, please subscribe to our channel, Friendly Math 101.